On today's episode of Studio Tours with Khaleegraphy, we're checking out Myke Visuals. He is a fine art portrait and wedding photographer based in Abuja, Nigeria. I'm a fan of his work, so I'm excited to see where he creates it. Yeah? Let's go! Myke Visuals. How's it going?
Awesome. We are happy to start the new year, 2025. 2024 was awesome, so we are excited for the new year. We know that this year will be better than last year.
No doubt. Excited to see what you create this year.
I'm even more excited for myself because I know what is ahead is plenty. I've put a lot of pressure on myself. Not so much pressure, but a lot of pressure at the same time. But I know this year will be better than last year. So I'm excited to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Enekwe, lead photographer, Myke Visuals Studios, portrait, wedding, and fine art photographer. Welcome to my creative space. I was really excited creating this space because somewhere in me I was like, finally I'll have a space that people can come and tour. And I had a feeling that maybe one day Khaleegraphy will come and tour my studio. So yeah, when you called me and you said, we were coming to the studio to tour, I was like, we are aligning. So everything all the vision I had, like creating this space is beginning to fall into place. But welcome to my space. So welcome to my space, welcome to my creative space, my content space, my happy place.
I like that, your happy place.
Welcome to my happy place. So this is where I get to create all of my pictures, all of my portraits, and basically have a good time with my team and everything else. Yeah, so basically.
Nice, I like how well lit it is in here.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the things that made me like this space was when I walked in was the lights. The lights were just amazing, and I mean, even though I don't get to turn them on all the time, but it actually makes the place very bright.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
People with their phones even can get good quality video.
Yes. And that's why we also added these lights above, so that even when you don't want to shoot with like camera, continuous light, you can get to just use your phones to take pictures.
Right.
You know, creating a space where people can walk in and use their phones, take pictures without even having a professional camera or even a professional photographer. That was the idea behind creating this space. So yeah.
Oh, this is good. I like.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's start. I guess let's start with this wall.
Okay. So this set, I call it the Asha set.
Asha.
So if you check what Asha means like happiness, like a happy person, like happiness. So this set, you can see how well lit, white and pure it is. So this set was, and I actually named it after, so I listen to a lot of gospel music. So there's a gospel minister I listen to a lot that I really love. His name is Minister Dunsin Oyekon. So he always says Asha. So when he says it's like he's exclaiming joy and happiness. So when I was thinking of names for my set, I was like, I have to give one name to someone who I love a lot. So when I thought about it, I just said Asha, and it just went with the set, and I named this Asha. So this is the Asha set. Nice. Very.
Hopefully you get to photograph him on this set.
I never thought about that.
That'd be great,
yes. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, we have our frames on the wall, portraits taken. Majority of these portraits, all of these portraits were shot last year, except from these ones on the wall here. But all of these other ones were shot last year.
I definitely remember this one because this basically went viral, didn't it? Yes.
That's my most liked photo. Right. That's my most liked photo. Everyone that walks in is always amazed, like, where did we shoot that? Was this in Nigeria? And that's funny enough, that was Millennium Park.
Right.
Good. So that was Millennium Park, and we just played around with what I saw. Yeah, and then in post I added so when I saw the flowers fall on the floor, I started imagining what if there was an arch, like a tree that actually looks like those flowers fell from it. The actual tree it fell from doesn't look this beautiful, so I just thought about it and made it. So that's how we were able to come up with that.
You guys are getting the creative process for free.
So that leads us to our little workstation for my staff, for them to edit. You also can even create like pictures here, like an office space sort of.
I like the fact that it's facing the wall. Okay. So like when you're editing, maybe there are less distractions. Because like in my space, we edit facing the openness.
When people are moving around,
if there's anything happening, you might,
So here, there's no distraction.
Yeah, less distractions. Yeah. I like it.
Hello everyone, my name is Rasine Anani and I am the creative director and administrative of Myke Visuals workshop. So my favorite part here in the studio is the aesthetics. I love the aesthetics so much. I love the props so much. I always play with the props, and Mike will be telling me to drop them and everything, if not I'll pay. So that's what I love.
So all of the furnitures, all of these tables you're seeing were also made by my furniture company, my carpenters. We put them together.
Right.
Even the furniture is in my office as well. So it's just.
Oh, okay. So tell us about that.
Well.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so we have a sister company which we are still birthing, and it's still we are still cooking it up. Because for me, I try to do things in a very good manner. So when I do things, I try to just make sure that they have good standard before I put them out.
Okay.
So we take orders, but we don't take as many orders, because I'm trying to make sure that whatever is going out is of good quality.
Yeah.
You understand? So pretty much most of even in my house, all of the furniture in my house were made by my furniture company.
Nice. That's
yes,
brilliant.
So yes, on
That's
the side.
brilliant.
So we are trying to, hopefully before the end of the year, we are trying to open, like, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but yeah, we're trying to open a showroom.
Speak it to life.
To have a space where we can have people come and see our furniture and also make purchase there in and there. So pretty much, yeah, hopefully by the grace of God.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll come and tour that space.
Amen. So the next set here is our Tobenna set. So Tobenna is my name, right? So
Okay.
I have Igbo names. So I'm also Igbo. I'm from Anambra.
Right.
Many people don't know this. They think I'm Yoruba or something, but I'm actually from Anambra.
Nice.
And this is the next set. The next set was named after me, Tobenna, which means praise. So it's like praising God. So this is the Tobenna set.
I like how your sets, like, it's very intentional.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Some of the names, the fact that you're putting in your culture, your background. I think that's very good, because it shows depth. And this thing that we do is best when there's depth, when there's passion, right? So I like the fact that you're putting bits of yourself, bits of who you are into your space, with some of these names that.
Yes.
Nice, I like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the Tobenna set. I'm glad I chose that name. When I was thinking about names for my set, I just was racking my head. I said, what would I give? What would I name this set? And I mean, I just got the names from my name, and I was like, why not? Why not? Because I'm inviting people to a space that they should see me in. So why not I just name this set after myself? You understand? Pretty much we led to those names.
Beautiful. I like. How are these fabricated?
Funny enough, before now, so the space wasn't, so we actually revamped the space to make everything you're seeing here, and it was done under 6 days. So everything, I don't think there's, the only few things that we retained from the way it was before were maybe just these 2 chairs.
Okay.
Every other thing you see here was new and done in 6 days.
Nice.
Changing room, or should I say our mini changing room, where our clients just come in, they change, and they come out. We have a little mirror here. It's nothing too serious. Just a space where you can change, you can hang, for hanging your clothes, and just.
And this is convenient.
Yes, so you can just.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much, and pretty much. I always like to show people this when they come to my studio, the natural light that comes in from my window.
I'll always be a fan of natural light. Like,
I love it.
I will even like if you've seen more than one episode, you know that I get jealous of natural light.
I love it. So before now, like the space previously, I never used the natural light that came through the space at all, because I mean, I got to see my space differently when I had to sit down and like redesign everything in the space, and then I said, oh, why not I maximize the use of this window I have here, and then I had to put these curtains, and I made sure they were white
to help diffuse.
Yes, to just cut down the intensity of the sunlight coming in, and also just give a good effect, because now I can even shoot through the curtains and just play around with it, and just create portraits here in the window.
Nice.
Thank you, and the black blind obviously to shut off like the lights, so the light doesn't come in. Yes.
Nice. So. Stools
and
benches,
props, just to make your
boxes.
pictures look better. My fog machine, everybody knows I love like using fog in my pictures. So my fog machine under there, pretty much.
Nice.
And then this is the Uzoma set. So also one of my names again. So now this Uzoma means good road, like in typical meaning it means like good road, but it actually means like good way. So following like a good way, a good path. So pretty much I named this after myself as well. This is a
Asha. So run it by me again. So Asha is like joy.
Yes, happiness.
Yes. Tobenna is
praise.
Is praise.
Yes. Then this is Uzoma, the Uzoma set.
So
pretty much.
I like.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the thought process? Because like this style of design,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm starting to see more and more of it. You know, would be great for video, I imagine.
Yes.
Right?
And
As
also
a
for
backdrop.
pictures as well. Yes. It is the Bahamian set. That's what they call it typically.
Right, okay.
Right. But it is basically, I think that it is just a set that it adds a lot of beauty and color to pictures. Funny thing was that when I remember the process we used in, like we went through in putting this space together,
Right.
I remember how stressful it was to get these pots. Because I thought it was going to be so easy to get the pots in Abuja. Like I thought I was just going to walk into a store and find them. I went to like 5 different locations. Like I made calls, and then guess what? It was where I found it was so close. It was just the same guy that made the craftsman that made the chair by the reception. Yeah. It's the same, like just right beside his shop. I never thought to look there.
Imagine that.
It was where I walked in. I already gave up for the day, and we were like, okay, let's just move on, and we'll find maybe we'll order from Lagos, because I was already making calls to my friends in Lagos who have a similar space. To just give me like who I can make it from, and then I just saw them and I bought them there. But it's not so easy to find this thing, and it was the guy's last set I bought. So I had to take the guy's contact and say, okay, maybe after a while I'll change the designs and I'll just have him make new ones for me. After a while I tend to just be playing around with the setups. So sometimes we even move this couch here and create an entirely different design. Like when we had the Christmas season. So because I didn't want to give my clients all similar pictures, most times we had our Christmas tree set up here before, we just packed it. But we usually just move and tweak and play around with everything, so they don't just have the same pictures.
My name is Michael Atu, also known as Supernova. I'm the retoucher here in Myke Visuals and also studio assistant. So my favorite part in the studio is my workstation. I think I feel more comfortable when I sit down there and retouch my pictures.
I like the splash of color that this is, you know? Your like
my
I
backdrops.
guess we call it the backdrop wall. Yes.
My backdrops. So here we have a mixture of paper backdrops, canvas backdrops. I love to shoot with canvas backdrops, which are textured backdrops, because I love to have depth in my pictures. I love to have my pictures not just look studio-ish, so to say, right? So I try to just have backdrops that give life to my portraits. So I have a mixture of backdrops from like Backdroppers, who sponsored my last workshop, and Zen backdrops, right? And then I pretty much have some regular paper backdrops here on the wall.
Do you have like a favorite modifier? See, you have an umbrella. I guess this is a softball.
Yeah, that is my favorite modifier. Will probably just be my 160 cm parabolic umbrella. Right. I'm hoping to get an Ellen Chrome modifier this year. To just see what it looks like. I shot with my friends on last time I was in Lagos, and I enjoyed shooting with it. I'm hoping to get mine, but for now I'm absolutely enjoying my 160 cm parabolic umbrella. But for backdrops, I think I have a very favorite backdrop. I pretty much would have used this grey Zen backdrop to shoot everything. So I've been doing photography for the past 8 years, right? I started my journey with my camera and my reflector, my favorite reflector. So that's why I love to shoot with natural light, because that was my only option at the time when I started shooting. So you find me always shooting, going outdoors, because affording a studio space at the time wasn't such a convenient thing to do. So I remember even when we started like shooting at studios, we would always rent studios to shoot. Till we are able to co-own a studio space, and now we own a studio space. So the journey has been awesome, and we hope to do more. So
this looks like where you set up your backdrop?
I pretty much set up my stands here and my backdrop here. So I shoot here, I shoot facing here. So my models, clients stay here, and I shoot from that angle facing this direction.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So I have some space to at least go back. And then the headroom we have here is really nice. So you can take your lights as high as you want. I wish it could be higher, but it's manageable.
We would always want it to be higher, but this is good.
Yeah.
Space-wise, this looks like it's about
47 square meters.
47 square meters, the entire space, right?
Yes.
But the distance from here to the wall is about maybe 2 meters.
Yes.
2.5, something like that.
Okay.
Do you have to shoot like with a 50
Okay.
or with a 35?
Okay.
You know, how do you manage?
Okay, so sometimes or most times I shoot with my Sony 50 1.2
Right.
most of the time, so I can literally shoot full body, close up,
Right.
anything with my 50. But when I switch to my Canon, I
Right.
shoot with my 85 most of the time because I like to use my Canon most times when I'm taking like tight headshots,
Headshots.
all of that. So with my 85, I can't really take a full body shot comfortably. I would
Right.
have to really go back, and sometimes, funny enough, sometimes we sit on the because there's a window there, so we
Oh,
sit
okay, like the
on
ledge.
window and
Oh,
then just
okay.
take our pictures. I mean,
Right.
so yeah, I mean, we shoot. I shoot most times with a 50, so it's no trouble for me
Right.
shooting in this space.
But then you mentioned, you know, I'm curious. You mentioned Sony, you mentioned Canon. So do you shoot two bodies? Do you use an adapter? How does that work?
Okay, so I shoot. So before now, I used to own so many. Like I was a Canon guy for
Right.
a long time. I still shoot
Right.
Canon a lot of times.
Right.
I love to shoot Canon. I love to shoot Sony. So I find that in recent times I have to. I find myself shooting maybe with the both for the same shoot.
Right.
So there are different scenarios that call for different cameras. For me personally,
Okay.
just personally, right?
Interesting, yeah.
And over time, I mean. But most times, though, if I'm to shoot like a full day with just one camera, I probably will be shooting my Sony,
Okay.
and my 51.2, and I go majority of the time these days I just shoot with it. Even at weddings, in the morning prep time I shoot with my Canon because I have more lenses on my
the Canon system,
right? And I don't have an adapter from my Canon to Sony. I think I don't want to mess with my Canon. I don't know if it affects it, but most times I feel like messing with combining gears like that might just tamper with the way one functions. So I don't want to
Okay.
adapt and use any adapter.
I
to
mean,
connect.
mostly what people say is just maybe slightly slower autofocus or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, usually.
But I don't want it to tamper with the sharpness of my lenses because I mean
Right.
that's what's most important about your lens,
Right.
the sharpness. So I don't want it to
Right.
tamper with it over time.
Hi everyone, my name is Shekundumi Solomoniax, also known as Mr. Saint on IG, and I'm the friend of the studio. And my favorite portion of this studio is the shooting area where I come to create also.
Welcome to my office space, or should I say my mini office?
Man, office is office.
Yes, my mini office where I have meetings and basically where I do a lot of thinking because I love to think and I love to plan. So I love to
Right.
just sit down and plan a lot of things. So this is my office.
I like.
Mhm.
I'm again. It's different from my space because I don't have my own corner like this.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I just wanted an open space. So I appreciate. I mean, some privacy.
Yes, and because like I said, I love to think. I love to sit down and plan. If you open my books, you see a lot of planning for this quarter, next quarter. So I love to just be where I don't get any distractions or
Right.
have people just walking by. Because I like privacy,
Right.
I intentionally had to make the glass make the glass
Okay,
frosted.
make it frosted.
Yeah,
right.
so when you walk in, you don't get to even see me immediately
Right,
until
nice.
maybe sometimes clients walk in and they're like, "Oh, is Myke around?" You don't know that I can even see them before they even get into the studio because I'm
Right.
watching on the CCTV,
CCTV.
seeing them. But yeah, I love to have a space where I can just be on my own, think, and also sometimes also pray. You know,
Yeah,
pretty much.
necessary.
Mhm.
Sometimes sleep
Yes.
necessary as well.
That sleep. Recently before now I never used to sleep in my office, but
Right.
sometimes now I notice that when I'm tired I'll just close the system and just rest my head,
Switch your
sleep, just take a power nap,
Yeah.
and I'm back energized.
Yeah,
So
sometimes it's
over
necessary.
here we have just a few details, some gifts for clients, some souvenirs from our opening.
Right.
And here we have the camera there, that one was the first one you were about to touch was just a prop for a shoot that I
Right.
took from a friend. But this here means a lot to me. Like I was telling a friend yesterday that if you open the film in this camera and you develop it, you probably see pictures of my
Probably find
childhood.
Oh yeah, I did that old.
Yeah, so my dad used to photograph like us while we were
Okay.
growing up.
Right.
And then when I became of age, I noticed that I was always playing with this camera.
Right.
Like I would always go to his room, and sometimes he would even like scold me and scream and say, should not spoil it." But I mean,
Right.
I realized that I actually got to love photography from always playing with this camera.
And
So
your dad wasn't like a professional
no, he
photographer.
wasn't.
He just had an
He just had
interest
it like to take pictures of us.
just documenting
Yeah,
your
just-
childhood. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This should be in a glass case or something.
Same thing my friend said after I said it. So I
Yeah.
said I should just keep it in a glass case, and I said maybe when we get there, we probably will do that. But I mean, that's when I got to know that I had interest in pictures. You know.
There's history here.
Yes,
you know,
a bit of history.
there's history here.
So yeah, and the film. Funny thing is, the film from back then is still in there, untampered with.
So let's watch it and see.
I think I should.
Yeah.
I'll probably even see the first pictures I ever shot, because I mean, back then the film was still, the camera was still functional. So I still took a
Right.
couple pictures before. I mean, the thing it got bad. So I'm sure if I watch the films, then I'll develop them. I'll see. So
Let
you
me
like
get
my hat?
some of your ideas.
So
Nice.
that same hat you're wearing is the hat we used to take this picture.
All right.
And it was shot by my amazing friend, our amazing friend Nico. Nico took this picture
Nicole.
of me, yeah, some
Nicole
years
is
ago.
great.
Some years ago, and I cherish the image so much.
Wonderful.
So yeah, that's pretty much.
Shout
it
out
for my-
Nicole.
She's an OG.
Yeah,
An
Nicole
OG,
is
an
awesome.
OG.
I really like your space. I
Very
like,
much.
again, the personal touch. You know, the fact that these sets are named after you and you're just putting yourself into the space. Yeah, lovely.
I used to like co-own a space with someone. It was a shared space.
Okay.
So we would like share the space, and I don't know if you've been in a situation like that where I always advise creatives, when you want to start up, when you know you can't afford to do something on your own in that,
Right.
so you can
Right.
just collaborate with other people. I
Right.
mean, you go faster that way, instead of
Right.
just hoping that one day you get there without starting small and just growing. So
Oh,
shout out
that's
to
fun.
Nexus Digital.
Oh, Nexus,
Yeah.
I know Nexus.
Yeah, so he's the one that we shared the space together
Okay.
before I moved to this space here. So
Oh, that's great. Shout out Nexus.
so you need to just start small. I'm one person that started my journey. I started my journey with it was a very gradual process, right? I still tell the story how I worked for 7 days to buy just one memory card. Like my first
Right.
job, I worked the entire week. Like I shot the entire week.
Right.
It was a video job, so I covered like a training for the entire 7 days to just buy one memory
Yeah,
card
Single memory card.
and see what God has done so far. So you understand. So like I always say, start small,
Right.
but start with the end in mind. So just keep growing and keep pushing yourself to do more and staying consistent. Don't give up. I mean, just keep pushing, keep showing up.
Keep showing up. You can be like Mike.
Keep showing up. There are some days I don't even feel like working, but I just keep saying to myself,
Yeah,
just
you have
show
to
up,
do it
just show up,
anyway.
just show
You
up,
have to do that anyway.
just show up. So yeah.
Yep.
Very much.
Myke Visuals. Please shout out your workshop. You have an
Oh,
upcoming
yeah,
workshop.
oh.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm really excited for the workshop this year, because I mean, the previous year was awesome. I know that this year is going to be better. So the Unleash Your Creativity workshop is coming up from the 3rd to the 8th of February 2025, and I'm
Right.
really excited for what we've planned out with the team to
Right.
give to everyone. And I mean, we have a few seats left,
Right.
and we hope to sell out every seat before the date. So
Yeah, you should sign up.
excited.
Great guy, great
Excited.
work.
Thank you
know,
very much. Thank you very
if
much.
I'd sign up, but you tell me. No.
I beg you. But yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for coming.
having us,
Thank you for
man.
coming. Thank you for coming. Really
Thank you
excited.
guys for watching. You know the YouTube mantra. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, share this video.
Yeah.
Catch you guys on the next one.
All right. Thank you guys. Awesome.